Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're back in this month's event quest in August. This is chapter 3.1, and Rogue is the boss. And, she doesn't really have any too difficult nodes to deal with. I felt she's got Unblockable. All her special attacks are fully unblockable. She's got True Strike, Roll with the Punches, Bubble Shields, Rising Sun, and Heavy Hitter. So can't really counter her heavies, and with the Rising Sun you're going to be getting those Furies, and you really need to land heavy attacks, and generally to do heavy attacks you have to stun, and she's got low stun time to begin with, plus she's got the Roll with the Punches. So for all of the attempts I just brought in White Magneto. It makes this fight super simple. You get the guaranteed passive stuns. You do have Bubble Shield, which you need to watch out for. Bubble Shield, once you get to increments of 10 hits into the block, right now I'm at 4, 5. Once I get up to 10, you just got to make sure you dex one hit, and that will be unblockable. And then after you dex that one, you're good to go. You can block again all the way up to 20 hits, and then again repeat, do one dex, and get that unblockable out of the way, and then you just go ham. So here I got Apocalypse going. I threw off a special one. He's already at 4 charges, so I get both of the debuffs from his special one on activation. There you can see she went for a heavy. She was unstoppable. You can't counter that. There, now I have 10 Bubble Shield charges, so I need to dex a hit that's going to be coming from her next, and that one was unblockable special. There, the special doesn't count. It has to be a regular hit to disable that Bubble Shield unblockable hit. So we have all 4 debuffs on. Now we're just doing parry, heavy, reapplying the debuffs, getting some bleeds. The bleeds don't last too long, but all of the other debuffs, they last pretty long. We launch off a big special one, get a lot of energy damage on that. As long as even the degen that you get from the Rising Sun, it's not too crazy. So if you happen to slip up and let those get by, it's not that big of a deal. Apocalypse takes care of Rogue really easy, really simply. If you have White Magneto and you bring a hero or a metal champ, this fight is really nothing crazy. Just be aware of the Bubble Shield, get your heavies in, so you don't get degened a ton, and you're good to go. So on this one I bring in Domino, I believe. Domino is a hero, so I'm going to get the passive stuns. I probably should have thrown like Red Hulk on the team. That would have made this fight go a little bit faster, because I could get some incinerates. I do also make Domino a horseman. The one nice thing with this quest is that it's the mutant quest, where if you have prowess you get furies and big damage. So it's really ideal to bring White Magneto, Apocalypse, the guys that give some good mutant synergies and pre-fights and whatnot, because you can technically use them in the path. I have my White Magneto ranked up at rank 2, and yeah, he does good work, although I didn't use him once in the quest. I pretty much solely went with Apocalypse just because I like playing him. So here we're just going to do regular combos, and then we're going to do a heavy, parry heavy, get rid of the charges and the Furies, because if you get 10 of them, that's when you will start getting a degen. And the Furies are only 2.5% additional attack, which I think when I was planning on one of my other attempts, I thought that they were going to be a little bit stronger, but you'll see that they aren't all that potent in a later fight. So here we're just going to town with Domino, doing a combo, then parrying, doing a heavy, making sure we don't get degen. We get off a decent special 3, and I think I slip up and get tagged here shortly, and because I'm pretty certain I take some type of damage. I thought maybe I take some degen damage. No. Get a heavy because I know I get back to special 3 and pretty much finish her off. Oh, right there. So I did accidentally counter her heavy. I forgot about the unstoppable. Lose the combo. No big deal. Barely any damage. I felt like this rogue hit really weak, and you'll see an example or two more because I took a hit there and barely any damage. But we finish her off. 2 special 3s. She's down. Lights out. We're going to move on to this next one, which is going to go in with Professor X, I think. And yeah, I'm pretty certain it's Professor X. And I apply the white. Don't forget to apply the White Magneto pre-fight. I've done that before in the past. Just kind of hurrying in. I apply the Horseman from Apocalypse. And I'm pretty certain I go in with Professor X on this one. Yeah. So Professor X, I'm just gonna do a lot of parry heavies, build up my charges, my channeling charges. Try to get some of the prowess going. I did do some fights with him on the path, so he's already at 4 charges. And yeah, he's a horseman. Just gotta bait out a special 2 here. There we go. And you know, with Professor X, he has it doesn't look, you know, just from his hit animation, doesn't look like it, but man, his heavy, it has a lot of reach, so you can easily counter Rogue's heavy, or her special 1, special 2 with Professor X's heavy without any problem. So here we go, we're spamming specials, building up prowess. We do get to 10 Furies, and then heavy, boom. But that heavy, on that 11th hit, it did trigger the degen. The degen's not that bad, only 167. And there, I totally forgot about the unblockable from the bubble shield. I did get hit. I mean, it did more than the Domino hit, but I feel like she's just not hitting hard. I guess if you did take a combo to the face, I've only been taking like 1-hit shots. It would make a difference, but yeah, we spam a few specials, and I think we do one more special, and I think it just knocks her over. Yeah. So Professor X makes that a pretty simple fight. Pretty much, any hero or any metal champ with White Magneto makes this fight not too difficult. So I think that's just, you know, if you don't want to have to deal around the Rising Sun Furies and degen, which isn't crazy, White Magneto's the key for that. So in this one, I'm going to bring in DocOc, and I have a synergy going on with him with Vulture and Electro to help keep his charges, his chemistry charges up, so that I can get those debuffs on Rogue. DocOc is a metal champ, so I can't get the passive stuns, and all I'm going to do in this fight is parry heavy. So I'm going to apply either a heal block or a power lock on her. Those don't last very long, so you do have to be fairly quick, but nothing like too crazy. And there, I probably should have just backed off and done a parry heavy, because now I got to build back up some of the charges. But with the synergy, he only drops down to like 50 on the research charges. I can't remember if it's, I think that's with, I can't remember which one it is, Vulture or Electro. But yeah, I get some nice detonation charges damage, going almost 6k per heavy when I have a debuff on. And I think I'm just going to build up to a special 3. Now with Rogue, the debuffs do fall off quick. I do get tagged there. But Yeah, DocOc works pretty well. So like right there, I hit into the block, and then all my charges, they reset to 50. So, you know, if I didn't have the synergy and you hit into her and triggered there, I just, oh man, I so close to dying. I don't know, I couldn't dex out of her. I got hit twice, and I literally probably had like 3 health points or something. That was like nothing. I did have the special 3 ready, so I do throw that, and we do get a lot of adrenaline healing. And yeah, we're just gonna parry heavy and finish this out. Hopefully, you know, you don't have issues with just dancing around with her. Sometimes, you know, with just trying parry heavies, I don't know, I probably should have just played a little more normal, but I was trying to keep my research charges up and always getting the detonation damage in. But hey, I got hit, I went into courage, now my detonations are doing almost 6,300 instead of 5,900. So we got 3 debuffs on, boom, 27,000. That was pretty awesome on the detonation, and 1 more hit and she'll be done. Got an intercept, got the kill. It was really close, really close, but we do pull it off with DocOc. And next up, this was a fun experiment. So I recently duped my Gladiator Hulk. Now his face me is not tied to his awakened ability, but I've just really never used him a lot, and so I have him at 6-star rank 1, just recently awakened. Gladiator Hulk is a metal champ, so we are going to apply the White Magneto prefight. I have a synergy with Hela on the team, and I think that enhances the face me furies, or it gives him a fury or something like that. Let me check that out again. Yeah, so I'm just looking on anime, and it does increase all of his smash attacks by 400%, or increases a chance to do a smash attack while face me is active. And so instead of trying to do a bunch of heavies in this fight, I'm just gonna wail. And I'm just, you know, the degen's gonna be going to town, and you know, it is, I thought it would be a little bit better, but I'm just gonna wail, and I thought the furies would be a little bit more potent, but they're only 2.5%, so I mean, I'm not getting any like super crazy damage. But my smash attacks also gain 15% attack with the SheHulk synergy, and yeah, we're just trying to out damage this one to the end. And here, so this is where I thought it was kind of weird. I do get hit and she steals some fury and stuff, but I took like no damage. Not certain why that was the case. I don't know if that's because Rogue's special 1 steal is energy, so that was like face me. Maybe that's it, but I actually get hit again. I don't know, I just couldn't dash back for whatever reason. Unfortunately, I get whacked, which I was not expecting, especially from special 1. It's not hard to dex from, but for whatever reason, I don't know, I was just being aggressive and got stuck. I don't know, finger stuck. I don't know. I couldn't dex, and I died. But we go back in with SheHulk, and I just totally miss a block there again. Yeah, having issues with getting out of range on this, and yeah, SheHulk's good because she's got those furies that can taunt her to throw her specials, and you can kind of build those up. Granted, there wasn't a lot of health left on this fight, but you could build them up pretty significant, I think, and get some good damage off and keep those specials going. And you can retaliate. I was a little bit far away to connect on the first hit of that heavy, but you can counter her specials with heavies fairly easily. You know, she was one of the Summer of Pain fights, and I did take her down with Rogue, so yeah, SheHulk does okay. She gets the assist for my fail with Gladiator Hulk. And then last up, I'm gonna go in with a different champ that I'm actually having a lot of fun with recently, and that is Punisher 2099. So he's got some really solid damage. He's got good power control when he's in that overdrive mode. I do have Captain America on the team, which is going to get him starting the fight with more battery. I have Guillotine 2099 on the team, which gives, I think, both a crit and fury synergy. We're going to apply the pre-fight from White Magneto because he is a metal champ. Now, one thing that I didn't really take into consideration when I was picking this guy to use as an option was, one, he does have a ton of hits on his specials. So if you don't throw a special right after you've thrown a heavy to knock down those fury charges, you can stack up a bunch of the degens because you get too many fury. So you saw that. But the other thing is, because you have to heavy so much, those take away battery charges, and so felt like the overdrive and everything was not nearly as long as I was anticipating it to be. And so that first battery cycle, I only get 30-35% off, which isn't great. I thought I'd be able to get some more damage off, but because you have to throw those heavies to avoid the degen, kind of limits your cycle. So I mean, he's not a bad option. Technically nobody is a bad option on this if you have the White Magneto, and as long as you can get your spacing down on like the special 1 or the special 2, you can easily counter her specials with it heavy. But yeah, because the heavies do drain the battery, and here I go again, I don't know, I keep having issues with dex, just simple dexes, and I don't know, it's probably just my bad gameplay. But we do finish this rogue off, even though we did get smacked a few times. And again, I think the really only thing that you need to worry about here is, 1, do a combo or whatever, get a heavy in. And then when you're getting your parries or you're countering a special, get a heavy in, but make sure you're keeping an eye on those parry charges or the parry hits from the bubble shield, because once you get to 10, 20, 30, you need to make sure you dex the next non-special hit. So any medium, light, heavy that she throws out at you, it's going to be unblockable. Make sure you get out of the range of that, and then you're good to go. So as long as you keep that in mind, you should be fine. And here we go. So there we go. We took off that unblockable because we were at 20. We're going to heavy into a special 2. Boom. Didn't quite do it. I think I'm just going to combo her to death. And there we go. So that's all the fights from this Rogue 3.1. Not too bad. Fairly simple, easy boss fight. Thanks for watching. Hopefully some of this helped. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.